In this video, we'll talk about types of equations: conditional, contradiction, and identity. We say if an equation is conditional if it has certain values as solutions. For example, if your solution is x equals 5, or if your solution is x equals -3 and x equals -4, that means this equation is conditional. Only when x is equal to those values will your equation be true. We say an equation is contradiction if your equation is a false statement no matter what your x value is. For example, if you solve an equation and at the very last step you get something like 2 is equal to 3, which is a false statement. X is not even there, and no matter what x is, this is a false statement. So this equation is a contradiction. Identity is pretty similar to the case of contradiction. It is an equation when no matter what your x value is, the equation is true all the time. For example, when you solve your equation and at the very last step you get something like 5 equals 5, which is a true statement no matter what your x value is. So we say that kind of equation is an identity equation. Now let's look at some specific examples. For problem A, if we solve this equation, you will have to first add 1 on both sides. You have 2x equals -2. The next step, divide both sides by 2. X equals -1. So the solution to this equation is a certain number. So we say this equation is conditional. Now let's look at the second equation. Okay, let's try to solve for x. So first I want to get rid of this pair of parentheses by distributing this negative sign, or you can see it as a -1. Well, distributed to x, you have -x. Distributed to -4, you have +4. Okay. Now let me get rid of the x here. So I will add x on both sides. So here is 0 and here's also 0. On the left side you have 4. Bring down the equal sign. 4. And this equation is true no matter what your x value is. So we say this is an identity equation. And the solution for x is all real numbers. Any number on the number line is a solution. And we have infinitely many solutions because there are infinitely many real numbers. Okay, now let's look at C here. Okay, first let's get rid of this pair of parentheses by distributing -2 to 3x and -1. We have -6x, -2 times -1, +2 equals -6x minus 4. Okay, let's get rid of the -6x on both sides by adding 6x on both sides. So here is gone, here is gone. On the left side you have 2. On the right side you have -4. 2 is equal to -4. This is a false statement. Doesn't matter what your x value here, this equation will always be false. So no x will be a solution to this equation. We say there are no solutions. Sometimes we use this symbol to represent the solution is an empty set. That means it's a set with nothing in it. So we can say the solution set is an empty set. And that is the end of this video. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.